This is Mighty Mike, the podcast server. I am a process server by trade, entrepreneur at heart, and I'm always looking for opportunities to grow my knowledge, to become a better version of myself. And guys, I just been serving papers tonight, driving all over the place. I got two more left, and it's about 7:40 at night. Got most of them served. Um, to all the other process servers out there, you guys are going to appreciate this video. So, first of all, I just had this lady, and I was going to make a video, and then I changed my mind. I had this lady until this last one, but I had this lady tonight that said, I served her, and she seemed pretty fine. She was just really quiet. She seemed really, overly calm for being served eviction papers, right? I was kind of like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to serve her and get out of here. Well, I serve her, and then she as I'm talking to her, saying, I just want to let this is an important legal document, and thank you very much. And as I'm talking, she's like, and she takes out a cigarette, which is totally looks like a blunt. So I'm thinking that she's sparking up a blunt in front of me. She might have been, but I didn't smell anything. So she sparks up this. It could have been a Bugler cigarette or whatever. My mom used to smoke those. But she's sitting there lighting up a ciggy right in front of me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, well, thank you. And then she steps down one. Like, when people are crazy. Like, she stepped down like closer to me, like down one step just to be a little closer because I stepped back one. And I noticed when I did a double take and then I started stepping away, she stepped again, and I was kind of freaking out. So now I'm backing up, thinking well, I don't want her to shank me or something. And then she proceeds to tell me that her two husbands died in the same week, but nobody knows why. And then she proceeds to tell me that somebody came and took out her motor from her vehicle. I'll try to give you guys a kind of what it was like. It was like this. There's been a lot of stuff going on around here. A lot of stuff. Not everyone knows about it, but I'll tell you, since you obviously know what you're doing. What does that mean? Right? You know what you're doing. She goes, someone came in the middle of the night and took my motor. Yeah. Took my motor out of my car. And I was like, oh man, I always play to him oh wow, that sucks. That's crazy. And she goes, yeah. And the craziest part is they replaced it with another one that has problems with it. And I was like, yeah. So at first I thought she was just going to be your standard crazy town or standard person who's getting evicted. It has all kinds of issues, but it's worse than that. She's straight up crazy town and would straight up shank me if given the opportunity. And then she would have her soup inside of my skull or something. This lady was freaking nuts. Okay, so then I said, okay, that's all right. Well, good luck with that. What do you say to that, right? So I said, okay, well, good luck. And this is a little tool in my toolbox for you servers out there, is if you get someone who's smoking and they cuss a little bit, stuff like that, this is a really good one to use on them. If they're druggies, if they've been on meth or Alcoholics Anonymous or this kind of stuff, it's not going to work on them because they pound the Jesus stuff like crazy. But if it's just somebody who is just kind of a normal everyday person that's had kind of a weird life, and then maybe they had stuff that even some kind of a Christian background. If you start talking to them about Jesus, well, I hope Jesus helps you with your house. Do you know Jesus as your Savior? And I haven't went that far with it, but I've seen some people who have, and it shuts them down right away. Yeah, I do. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, have a good night. They shut down the conversation right away. the trouble and the reason why I've never used that technique is because it could backfire on you. You know, do you have Jesus as your all of a sudden, all of a sudden, they're Jesus seeing you, right? They're coming at you with the Jesus story and with the stuff that maybe you just don't have time to hear. I said, you know, what I've gotten in the habit of doing is just being more nonchalant, and I'll say something like, she goes, "Oh, I could tell you stories," and I said, "Oh, please don't. I got so many deliveries to do tonight. I don't want to bother you." "Oh, you're no bother," and I said, "No, I meant bother me. Like I just have a lot of stuff to do today, so." Sorry, good luck though. Okay, all right, and I hope you find your motor for your car. And she goes, "Thank you. I hope I do too." And the other crazy thing is like half of her teeth over here on this side were there, but the other half on this side gone. Like I get it, you're missing one here, maybe you're missing one here, like you know, whatever. But literally half gone, and the rest were there. It was weird. So then there's the next guy tonight. This just happened. This guy is not so much for the servers out there. You'll appreciate it. You know, this guy. I'd been out there a bunch of times before, and this guy says, um, he always says, no, the guy's not here. He'll be here in about an hour. One time I sat around for like an hour and a half, and he never came back. Then I came back another time, and another time, another time. This time I came as the same guy. He came out. He's got his dog. He's got his friend who's in there playing video games. No one. They're living. They're living there. And he comes out and he's like, "No, he's not here. No guy. There's nobody named Zane here." And I said, "Oh yeah." And I said, "Well, this is actually about the property. It's an eviction, so I got to give it to somebody here." And he goes, "You're not giving it to me." And I said, "Okay. Well, guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here on the table, and you can give it to whoever's in charge of this place that doesn't live here." And he goes, "Okay." And I said, "Yeah, have a good night." And I left it on the table and took off. He served John Doe, giving you these documents, and he's like, he was just like, for those kind of people, they just drive me nuts. It's like I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna spin my wheels over and over and over because you're trying to play the system. Like, no, you're served, buddy. So anyway, if you guys aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you need to be because Facebook and Google are the two powerhouses, and I am dedicating 90% of my social media time to those two platforms. So if you're in my inner circle group, then that's where you'll see me the most on Facebook. Otherwise, YouTube is the place to watch my videos. Okay. I'll be posting them in the PSD University online forum. So if you guys are process servers or you're interested in becoming a process server, you can go to psduniversity.com. We have lots of courses on there. We have a new course coming out, a judgment recovery course coming out. You're welcome to check that out. We got lots of discounts on that stuff. We have coaching, one-on-one coaching, where we walk you through how to use automation in your process serving business. Lots of really cool stuff going on and stuff that's coming up. I'm going to Georgia this weekend. Going to speak at the Process Server Conference there about automation, same stuff, and website design and building and how to automate your business. After that, I'm going to go see my sister Bobby and my nephew. I'm really excited. She named him Reed, which is our last name. She's got a lot of pride in our family name. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Watch out for the crazies out there. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so it will tell you when I start a video, because I would love to have some interaction on these videos, kind of like I do on Facebook. So, all right, take care, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.